A humanitarian aid group in Israel gives OAN an exclusive look at scenes following Hamas's attack on Israel. And we do want to warn you, some of the following images could be considered graphic. One America's Jessa Medad has more.
Efforts are underway to bring medical supplies, trauma relief, and comfort to those affected by the unprovoked attack on Israel by Hamas. Victor Marks from the All Things Possible Ministries is leading one of those efforts.
When this attack, unprovoked, happened in Israel by Hamas, we quickly knew that this would probably be something that we would engage in. And within 72 hours, we actually had access and placement by an invitation to come. So we put our team together and, kitted up and flew out here.
Although Marks has been firsthand witness to atrocities across the world, he says this is unlike anything he has ever seen.
And I'll tell you, out of the many times we've helped women and children in horrific situations, including rescuing them from ISIS, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen in 20 years.
He said he has been met with resistance from Gaza in delivering aid to citizens despite being known all over the world as a high-integrity humanitarian.
This is the first time they've said, Victor, don't come into Gaza, don't try, it won't even be allowed. You will be kidnapped or killed.
Marks continued on that he has great relationships with generals and soldiers.
And yet they're stopping me from helping the children in there. That's pretty telling where Hamas is and those Palestinians that are under their control.
Marks said there is so much misinformation and psychological warfare surrounding the war, and he is still processing the graphic scenes he witnessed.
We were at the festival site where they just recently found 2 more bodies. And it's mind-boggling to understand the level of evil. Women, children, babies being shot, women being raped, people running for 2 to 5, 6 kilometers away, thinking they escaped, but only running into another group of Hamas fighters that are attacking another small village.
Marks became emotional when describing the homes of murdered Israelis.
Well, I think what I want Americans to understand is the houses, there were over 100 houses in one community. Every home was hit by Hamas. It was 6 hours of this. And people go, why? And how could this happen? Well, those communities have their own security. They had about 10 guns and 50 rounds. They never expected an invasion of, over 2,000 Hamas fighters to come in with all kind of heavy weaponry.
Marks gave OAN an exclusive as he was granted access into areas reserved for the IDF.
They gave us unfettered access to places no one is allowed because they said, we want you to see this. We want your team to see and tell the world. And listen to this. They had every home with a kill list. They knew the names of the people, the children, the names of the children, how many. So when they would enter a home and, the dad would say, it's just me and my wife, they would shoot the wife and tell the husband, now go get your 3 children. We know they're here. And there was torture. There was rape.
Turning to the support and protests in America, Marks had this to say about those supporting Palestine.
Those people protesting, if they're not renouncing Hamas in America, they should be put on a terror watch list immediately. Our federal government should absolutely put people who are promoting this on a watch list because it's going to happen in America, not if, but when.
Meantime, Marks is committed to easing some of the trauma and anxiety of all children affected by the war.
This is one of the things that we give out, and it sounds so simple, but it's a little lamb, and we also have lines. They have music in them, so the child will hold it. The music will lower their anxiety. It's specialized music. And then there's prayers to help them have hope for the future.
Viewers can visit victormarks.com to learn more. Meantime, the UN claims at least 34 trucks carrying humanitarian aid went into Gaza since Hamas terrorists launched their attack nearly 2 weeks ago, and they urged all parties to keep the Rafah crossing open. Jessamine Dodd, One America News.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.